Hi everyone, and welcome back to another 21 Wildlife Walks video. Today I'm here in the New Forest National Park at Cameron's Cottage, and Cameron's Cottage is a residential cottage run by and set up by the Cameron Bespolka Trust and the RSPB. It's based within a lovely reserve called Franchises Lodge, and this is the RSPB's only reserve in the New Forest. It's not actually accessible by the public yet, but will be in years to come. Hopefully today I can show you some of its amazing wildlife that it has to offer. So I've been walking around the site for a little while now, and so far I've seen and heard marsh tit, great tit, blue tit, long-tailed tit, tree creeper, nuthatch, siskins, and also some crossbills. And I'll insert some of the clips of what they sound like here. So Franchises Lodge is comprised of a mix of habitat, including mainly deciduous and carnivorous woodland, some grassland, a bit of heathland, and also this lake. And today on the lake I've seen a little grebe, also some gadwall, mallard, Canada geese, and in the background you might be able to hear some juvenile buzzards which have been flying around. So now I'm joined with Corinne, who is the founder of the Cameron Bespolka Trust. Hello Corinne.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi May, I'm good. Nice to be here, really lovely to be here.
It's lovely weather today here at Franchises Lodge. I just wanted to sort of know a bit more about the Cameron Bespolka Trust and sort of what it does and how it was founded.
So we set up the Cameron Bespolka Trust after we lost Cameron. And Cameron was a young naturalist who adored birds in particular and just loved being outside and being involved in different activities. So one of our goals was obviously to set something up that would benefit all young people and that would help young people connect with wildlife and nature. And so for us to come up with programs to work with many nature organizations, so that we can really reach these young people who are nature deprived in some places, as well as those who are already passionate about nature, as Cameron was, but to give them additional skills and to help them really find their path in conservation.
No, that's great, and I mean I've seen the amazing work the trust does, and being a young person, it's so great to see an organisation really sort of taking that stance and putting money into and fundraising into engaging the next generation, because it's just so important. We need that sort of next generation of naturalists and conservationists, and it's so vital. So at the moment we're currently in Franchises Lodge, which is a new RSPB reserve, and this is actually where Cameron's Cottage is. So could you tell us a bit more about Cameron's Cottage?
Yeah, so about 5-6 years ago I sort of had a vision about having a place where young people could get together, groups of young people could come and learn about nature firsthand really, and be immersed in nature. It's that immersion that I felt was really important to find that appreciation and connectivity. And so we worked with the RSPB, who were a natural partner, and tried to find a location in one of their reserves and to try and find a building that could be this base. And Franchises Lodge, which is the sort of one of the latest RSPB nature reserves, is in the heart of the New Forest. And it's a beautiful 1,300 acres of untouched woodlands and heathlands. And so there was this tiny little derelict cottage in the middle, and it was sort of begging to be renovated. And so we had this sort of vision about creating it into a place where groups of young people can come, up to 19 can sleep in the cottage, and it can be a base for any nature activity. And so from this base of a place, there is an outdoor classroom as well, where people can come and sit and study and look at nature, close by, and hands-on experiences that they really get here.
Yes, I mean, I've been lucky enough to stay here quite a few times now, and it's just such a, it's amazing for wildlife, this reserve, and to be able to stay somewhere like this and wake up in the mornings to the sort of beautiful song of birds, to be able to have sort of like roe deer on the sort of lawn outside, and just walking around, it's just complete relaxation. It's just such a, even if you're not into wildlife, like, it's just a great place to be if you're sort of surrounded by a city or in a town or something like that. Just to come here, it just like completely changes your mood. It's just such a good place to relax.
I think demographically it's very close to some big cities like Bournemouth. You've got Southampton, and you sort of demographically you can look at how close it is to get here, but also how many inner city kids really don't get that opportunity to come and be in a place where you're completely removed from everyday sort of noises and distractions that you find in towns, and just be surrounded, as you say, completely in sort of the sights and sounds of nature.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably be definitely life-changing for quite a few people, and even just inspire careers of conservation, and it's definitely going to do a lot of good. So obviously this is one of your more recent projects, but are there any other sort of latest projects that you're excited about?
So again, one of the things we like to do is work with obviously a lot of young people. And we used to run, you were one of our great young ambassadors, and we've taken that sort of program of sort of working with young people and trying to help them sort of instill their knowledge locally and influence other young people to appreciate the wildlife and nature that is around at your doorstep. But so we came up with a Young Naturalist Fund, which is really, we have some funds available. We like to work with young people, any young person who has an idea, who wants to get involved in nature, and who wants to actually go out and share that passion and knowledge locally by creating a walk maybe for young people, whether it's a talk you want to give, or whether it's just sort of having opportunities for putting up nest boxes. It could be very simple things, it can be more complex things, but it's really sort of empowering young people to feel that I've got this great idea, but actually I don't have funds to do it. And so this has been a very popular project, and we're working with many young people to see what what skills they also need to put on a project. And so it's been really great to see some incredibly original ideas come out and be able to bring them through to fruition.
No, that's such a great thing, because it's not often as a young person you'd be able to come across sort of a organisation which can give you a bit of money to do sort of a project that you want to carry out. So yeah, that's brilliant, and thank you so much for joining me today. And obviously all the work you do is just so inspiring, so thank you.
Oh, thanks Maya, thanks for inviting me. Thank you very much.
No worries.